Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is here. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, beautiful people of the internet. This is not my normal morning routine. I woke up 15 minutes ago. I wasn't sure when this announcement was going to come out today. I wanted to do my best to try to react to it for you guys, but I didn't know when it was going to come out, and I got some stuff I was going to do later. But lo and behold, I woke up, the announcement was out. I think it must have come out around like 8 a.m. PST, Pacific Standard Time. So we're here. We're live. I'm breaking news. If my brain's working a little slower right now, it's because I just woke up, but I want to bring you the news. Rick Shiels announcement. Let's just dive right into it. So I haven't watched the video yet on YouTube. This is all I've seen. Rick Shiels, I am very excited to announce that I've officially signed with LIV Golf League as an ambassador. Stay tuned. 2025 is going to be incredible. Okay. Before I get into my thoughts, let's just scroll down. Hi, Anna Stevenson. Clappy. This guy, Rick, I got to say, I don't love the move. Congrats on the money, though. I hope it's good money for Rick. Let me just preface everything right now with just a quick little teach for y'all. As creators, even Rick, if Rick wanted to stop making videos tomorrow, he could probably live the rest of his life. He is the biggest. He's been doing it for the longest. But he may not be able to. At least maybe not, at a level he's been accustomed to or wants to, or, send his kids to school, do all these things. Take vacations, whatever. I don't know how much money he would have made over the last few years. But in general, creators need some sort of an exit strategy in a way. You want to set yourself up while you're popular to have something that can last when you're done making videos, because we're all going to stop making videos at some point. So a lot of creators start businesses like Logan Paul with Prime, Mr. Beast with Feastables, these types of things, creating a brand, a business that can potentially live past your company. Another way you could do it is like this. If Rick got offered, I don't know if it's going to be mentioned. I don't know anything about it. Probably not. But let's just say theoretically, Rick got offered a silly amount of money to do this LIV signing. Let's say it was for a creator, $10 to $20 million or something like that to be this brand ambassador. That feels high, but LIV was throwing around hundreds of millions for all their golfers. So let's just say 10 to 20 million. That is could for sure, especially based off what he already had invested properly, that could cover him for the rest of his life. That could, potentially give his kids some money, whatever. So I don't know if that's the case, but I'm just going to caveat all my reactions to this and all your reactions to this with, if literally anyone came to you in your job and offered you potentially generational wealth, you'd probably take it. It's kind of like the argument when LIV first happened and people were all upset about people that went over to LIV. It's if someone offered you $100 million to do your current job and do it less, they play less golf over on LIV, you wouldn't take it? So anyway, let's just caveat this whole thing. I don't know the situation. We're going to find out as much as we can, but I'm a bit confused. Weren't you against LIV? Yeah, I think so. I think I remember lots of podcasts where he wasn't super for LIV. Maybe he talks about it in his video. Congrats, Rick. Pleased for you. That reduces the chance of a tiger from small to non-existent. Me looking at my pills covered every morning. Yeah, that's a good comment. Anyone commenting with negativity needs to watch the video. This is going to provide great content. Rick makes content for us viewers and affords his own living. How does this negative impact us, the viewer? It doesn't. It's going to give us more content at a higher level. Yeah, I don't think, hopefully this probably won't impact anything negatively, especially because the animosity between the PGA Tour and LIV is sort of non-existent. I think a lot of LIV golfers, they just had the LIV PGA Tour, wasn't called that, but essentially with the match, the Bryson and Brooks versus Rory and Scotty. And we know they're all boys, and I don't think anyone's mad at the LIV guys anymore. So I don't think this should affect his ability to film with PGA Tour players. I kind of challenge the fact that it would increase his ability to like bring content. Like, come on, like LIV has been offering up literally anyone to go and film at their events with their players. Excuse me. Dab. I'm gonna soldier on. I mean, so many people have been going out and filming videos with their players. So, especially Rick being, again, the most subscribed to channel, I have a lot of doubts that he's going to get more opportunities. But we'll see. Rick's down with the golf LMO. You might want to change that username, guy. What? Anyway, username, my guy. Oh, Rick Shiels PGA. Yeah. All right. Anyways, so that's all we're gonna get here. Maybe there's a story. I've signed with LIV Golf. Yep. Okay. Now let's go over to YouTube. It's probably gonna be my top recommended video. I'm guessing. Yep. There it is. That's what I was watching this morning. Cool video, by the way. This illegal freedom winter journey across Chernobyl. Whew, that was a cool video. Okay, I've signed with LIV Golf. So what I'm gonna do? We're gonna watch this together. I haven't watched any of it, not a second of it. So I'm actually gonna play it out loud. The audio's probably not going to be super great, and I apologize, because it's going to be like playing out loud on my speakers and getting picked up by the mic and whatnot. But I want to just do that so that I can turn this video around to you guys super, super quick, and not have to spend a ton of time trying to like do a bunch of editing stuff. So let's just go. Let's go. John Ron.
Right, John, I'm about to do the big announcement.
I'm excited for you.
Just a quick one. Do you mind if I borrow the jacket?
Yeah, of course. It would be my honor. Hopefully, it looks perfect on you.
Hope you guys can hear this okay. Just turn my speakers up all the way.
All right, guys. I got some news. First off, let me whip this jacket off. I think it looks better on John Rahm, let's be honest, than it does me. It's very cool, though. First off, welcome back to the channel. It's been a while since I've released any real content. There's been valid reasons for that. I'm super excited and proud to announce I have signed with LIV Golf as an official ambassador and content creator. Now, this is not me playing in LIV Golf events. I'm gonna be making some unbelievable content at every single LIV Golf event. In fact, there's 7 points to this video I want to discuss. Number 1.
Okay, he's going to be making content at every LIV Golf event. So that, I'm assuming, means he has to travel to every LIV Golf event. Not like there's a crazy amount, but that's like almost once a month travel. It's like 9 events in the year. It's a commitment. I'm curious if the content's going to be going on Rick's channel or not, too, because problem with YouTube Golf, or YouTube in general, is like you can't just do the same thing over and over again. And I mean, there's quite a few LIV golfers that are cool, and if he went to 9 events and did 9 1v1 matches, he could probably have all of them be like really cool. Like the first one he's already filmed that we saw in the teasers, Brooks Koepka. I don't know if that's the first, but that's one we've already seen him film. Obviously there's Bryson, Joaquin Neiman, like there's, you know, Teal Hatton. But the problem is like once you run through them all at once, then what are you going to do? I don't know. I just would be nervous. People would get kind of bored of like LIV Golf content all the time, like just him collabing with that. It won't be the only content on the channel, but I'm going to be interested to see how that, you know, stays made fresh. But listen, I'm a guy that sits and talks to the camera every time I make a video, so you can make anything stay fresh.
Break 75 is coming back. It's back, baby. Many of you thought maybe the announcement I was going to reveal today was the fact I'm bringing out Break 80. Got a point, but no, Break 75 is back. And in fact,
Good for
I'm
him.
going to work so hard on my game this year that by the end of it, maybe we change the title to Break 70. Now, I'm going to be filming that content ahead of the LIV events at every single venue.
Yeah,
We're
that's cool.
talking Riyadh, Adelaide, which I believe is going to be incredible.
That's cool.
Hong Kong, Singapore, Dallas, Miami.
Once again, cool. I don't think any of this required signing with LIV. I bet you he could have done all this without it. But the signing with LIV, again, is what I said at the beginning of the video. It's like, just because he could do all this before, if LIV is also going to offer him an absolute bag to do it, to just put a label on him, why not?
Me down the road at JCB, like one of my home golf courses, over at Valderrama in Spain. These golf courses and venues are incredible. I'm going to be playing them in tournament condition, often with special guests, which you're going to absolutely love. And I'm going to give you a bit of an insight. See how I play them. I might be very happy shooting a 76 around somewhere like Valderrama, let's say. And then the next day, when the LIV golf event takes place, because we're going to release that Break 75 just before the event, you'll probably see someone like a John Rahm go and shoot a 65 and kind of show that there's levels to this game. But I'm excited, really excited for Break 75 coming back better than ever before. Content strand number 2. Now, I love spending time with incredible golfers, superstars. And the 10-shot challenge, which has been our most successful content ever, is going to be bigger and better this year because we're going to be filming a 10-shot challenge every LIV event with the likes of John Rahm, Brooks Koepka, Cam Smith, hopefully Bryson DeChambeau, Bubba Watson, Ian Poulter, maybe a rematch with Ian Poulter, Sergio Garcia. I've got some redemption to do with Sergio, but the list is incredible. Dustin Johnson, like how cool, like we're talking.
Okay, my bad. I totally, like, you gotta give me a little grace here. It's 8:20 in the morning. I just woke up. I totally forgot like 90% of the biggest names on LIV when I gave him a little list. I don't know how I went Joaquin Niemann before I said John Rahm. No offense to Joaquin Niemann. He's actually arguably maybe like just as good a golfer right now, but it's still funny. Anyway, okay. Again, it's like, this to me feels like the benefits of Grant signing with TaylorMade a little bit, you know? It's like, I don't know. I'm still waiting to see maybe what like separates this from like a brand deal, because this kind of just feels like a brand deal, but the brand is LIV instead of TaylorMade. But it's like, okay, you're gonna go play a bunch of cool golf courses. You already get to do that. You're getting to collab with a bunch of pros. You already get to do that, especially the pros that have been the most willing to collab, the LIV golf guys, because they've had like super flexible schedules. I don't know.
Major winners, multiple major winners I'm going to be spending time with in kind of that really relaxed, sat down.
And let me caveat again, is that like I'm trying to like pick out stuff and like talk to you guys about the things I think you're going to be talking about. But like I caveated this the whole thing at the beginning, none of this is me judging Rick for doing this, right? Like, I think literally anyone in his position getting offered this would do it, and I would encourage them to, if it's as cut and dry as I assume it is, which is just like, you know, pretty minimal restrictions. You kind of come, like, as long as you're not signing your ability to create other content away. If it's just like, hey, you're going to make 20 videos with us this year, and with us being just like either at our tournaments or with our players or whatever, and you can still have creative freedom, but we're just going to give you $20 million to do it. Like, I would be like, Rick Shiels, take that. Like, that is incredible. Do it. Absolutely. So none of this is me knocking him for doing it. I'm just trying to, like, be a little, like, what's the word? I'm trying to kind of try to figure out the decision a little bit from a, like, you know, what is actually going to be different? Why is this different? And be like, be a little critical of it, because I think that's what you guys are doing, and I'm trying to do it from a more, I don't want to say educated perspective, but like someone who knows and studies this stuff 24/7. That's why you guys watch my videos. Anyways.
Down in the buggy, having a chit-chat, and doing a 10-shot challenge, where at the moment, I've not had the greatest track record on, let's be honest, but this year, it's going to change. I'm going to beat some of these guys. I hope. I love that content because you get to really sit down with a player, get to learn a little bit more about them. I feel like it's a really good way of connecting with that player and realising as much as they're incredibly talented, and we'll showcase that, no question, is the fact that they're also human beings, they're real people. So I can't wait for that. And I think something special is going to happen this year. I think a hole in one, or an incredible hole out, or potentially I may be part of the first hole in a 10-shot challenge. Something really dramatic and special is going to happen this year. We've got some new strands of content as well. So moving into number 3, each and every event we're going to be filming a 5-man scramble. So me and a team of players from LIV. So it might be, let's say, me and the Majestics. And we go out and play 6 holes, and we see how low we can go. Like, can we shoot 6 under, 7 under, 8 under? Hopefully not relying on me too much for that. But I think what I love about being able to be part of...
Okay, this is a little bit what I was worried about. It's one thing if they're like, hey, and this could still be the case, but if LIV was like, hey, make us X amount of videos at our events, and Rick could make whatever he wants, and again, that could still be the case. But red flags go up as a YouTuber when you say, essentially, I'm going to do the exact same thing 9 times this year. And a concept that, it might be interesting if it was like just the biggest and best golfers. But like there's a couple of LIV golf teams with like 75% of the people being sort of no names to us, like casual pro golf fans. And a scramble format? I don't know. That one worries me a little bit. The break 75 at the courses, super cool. The like 1v1s potentially with like a Brooks Koepka, super cool. The 10-shot challenge, cool enough, especially if they're like short and concise. But doing a different scramble every single event with different teams, that one worries me. That one feels like, it might... Because the problem is like if he's committed, here's why this is triggering my brain. Again, as a YouTuber, as a, creative consultant in the space, you don't want to get stuck doing something that doesn't work. And what I mean by that is like if he's hard committed to this, he literally has to do this. If he puts out one and it's with like Brooks Koepka's key, you know what I'm trying to say, or John Rahm's team, those two might do decently well, but then puts one out with a relatively no-name team, it does terrible, and puts another one out, does terrible, and puts another one out, does terrible. Most YouTubers would stop. You'd try to innovate. You'd try to do something different. But if he's obligated to put out 5 more of those, that's like, ugh. That's like a scary thought for a creative. But again, $20 million. I don't know how much if he's gotten off with that, but whatever. That's what I'm just hypothetically saying. Ton of money. Still probably hard to say no to. And again, this is just like one part of it, but let's keep going.
Of that team is that we can showcase the superpowers of these players and also kind of relate it back to me as somewhat of a normal golfer. Hopefully I can help the challenge with that as well. But it's going to be a running leaderboard throughout the year to find out who is the best team in that format. We'll put a prize up. It might be a $5. They could win a $5. Who knows? Number 4, another new strand of content. 2 versus 2 matches. So it might be 2 players from, let's say, the Fireballs versus 2 from Legion 13. And they go head-to-head in a 9-hole match. Everyone's microphoned up. I'm the host. The caddies are microphoned up. And we do a really fun, loads of banter, 9-hole match. But there is also...
Okay. I'll give him this one. This one is like, I think Rick taking a little bit of like what we've all complained about with like the attempts from, the PGA Tour and whatever to take YouTube golf and make it like on a broadcast is like they've lost what YouTube golf is. They've lost the mic'd upness, the like personality driven thing. So adding that in again could be cool, but I don't know, man. This is sounding like a lot of videos. Like, is literally every video Rick posts just gonna be a LIV golf video now? That's like the only thing that's like interesting is I'm like, that literally like I kind of expected this to just be like, a video here and there, but this is a lot of videos. It sounded like, again, if there's 9 events and each event he's getting 4 videos, that's almost a video a week. That's 3 months sans video that you could fill in. But that would still mean over, what's that? That's 75% of your videos are going to be live golf videos, if that math is math. I don't know how many live events there are. I'm just saying 9, hypothetically. But, man, that could just, like, what do those thumbnails look like? You know? Like, that's what worries me as, like, the YouTube nerd. Is like, what do those thumbnails look like? Like, you can only show, I mean, just look at the last BDS, Brian Bros, and Grant collab. They all made the same video, sort of. And all the thumbnails looked the same. And all the titles were kind of the same. And when that happens, the views start kind of high in the first one, and then they go down. And that's the path. If content looks the same, you can't just do the same thing. So, like, what are the thumbnails going to look like? You can only put John Rahm in there and expect success a couple times. I don't know.
So a bit of jeopardy. If you lose your hour, that's it. You've been knocked out. We're going to do a bracket challenge throughout the year, and at the end, the winning team will be crowned with a championship belt. And by the way, all this content I've talked about so far, the Break 75s, the 10-shot challenge, the 2 vs 2 matches, and everything else, is going to live right here on this YouTube channel. It's going to be filmed by my wonderful team who's filmed all my content for the last...
There was, like, a small part of me that was actually hoping he was going to say on the LIV's YouTube channel. I mean, that's just not realistic, because, again, when you have the time to film all the other stuff. But, like, these all sort of feel like LIV Golf videos. And I know he's a LIV Golf ambassador, but, like, that would, like, maybe stop his channel from just feeling like LIV Golf. But, again, I don't know if I'm knocking it yet. These are just all of, again, this is a stream of consciousness. This is a YouTube golf nerd watching something that is so YouTube nerd, more YouTube golf nerd, but mainly YouTube nerd, watching something that is, like, so interesting to see from a fellow creator and discussing essentially the future of their channel and just basically listing off every red flag I have. Every green flag, but also every red flag. It's a stream of consciousness.
Last several years, it's still going to be the same, but just much, 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 much better. Moving into strand number 5. Now, I know how much you guys want to get better at golf, as I do. So we're going to be tapping into the brains of these superstars. Like, I want to be able to film a video with Cam Smith and work out what's the secrets. How is he so good at putting? How is he doing it? How can we share that knowledge with you guys, the viewer, so you can improve your own game? I'll definitely be listening as well. Let's get, might be John Rahm. How do you hit your irons so incredible? It might be Phil Mickelson. Show us how you play these incredible short game.
Yeah, this one, like, I think is probably good. Like, I think people will genuinely appreciate this. I think people underestimate, especially in our side of YouTube golf, which is, like, the more entertainment side, how valuable that teaching content is. Like, how valuable, like, a Mark Crossfield or, like, an old Rick Shiels or Danny Maud, those videos are. Like, that literally, like, those videos a lot of the time do way better than our entertainment side because they're evergreen, they last forever, people watch them forever. So there's value in this, and I do, like, personally, I think it's cool to, like, hear what pros have to say. But again, like, it almost feels like this is like like the golf channel, like all the stuff that's played on the golf channel when it's not playing a live tournament. It's like, this is the LIV Golf channel. It's like all the stuff that's going to be played when they're not playing a live tournament in a way. Kind of that same style of content. I know, and this is just like it's a lot. It's a lot of different ideas, which is, like, fine, but it also kind of makes me feel like it's like, okay, here's this deal, but can you come up with 100 different video ideas for us? And it's like, oh, okay. Well, here's what we do, and here's what we can do, here's what we can do. And it's like, I don't know, again, like, the tough thing is where YouTube golf is right now. It's like, when I work with creators, especially the big ones, we'll take 10 different ideas that are all good ideas, and we'll kill 9 of them to just get the one best one. And then we'll try to do that every single week. And, like, it's that, again, that's if you're just chasing, one of 10s and trying to be the best and trying to be the biggest, which not all creators are. But, like, that's the recipe to, like, really, like, make the best videos possible, especially with how competitive YouTube golf is. And I don't know, man. It sounds like a lot of these videos might feel similar in a way. Again, I hope I'm completely wrong. I hope all these feel crazy different. And like, don't get me wrong, there's gonna be so many parts of this that are like so cool and like so much good content that comes out of it. I just get nervous when I see a creator almost sounding like they've pre-planned their whole year of content and they're gonna be semi-forced to put out videos even if the format is failing, you know? Like, that's how channels die, is like, you know, putting out content that isn't good and then doubling down on it and putting out more content of the same. So it'll be interesting to see. I mean, again, I could be totally wrong. I'm not some like omnipotent being that knows everything. I'm just giving you my reactions to this. And it's just like, I mean, we're 7 minutes into the video and it's like, it's just a lot of explaining of ideas and ideas that are like, they're different, but they're also, I don't know, like I feel like all of them could be encompassed into one idea. Like, hey, I'm going to get Brooks Koepka, Dustin Johnson, John Rahm. We're going to play a 2v2 scramble where they're also going to give you tips and tricks on how they hit their best shots. That was like 5 of the formats he's talked about just smashed into one video. Not just one format, one video of one format. Boom, that's a 1 to 10. That's a 5 million view video. But now spread that 5 million views out across 50 videos. You know, that's almost kind of like what it might feel like. I hope not, but that's what I'm worried about.
Shots. Again, I'll be definitely a pupil in those lessons, but be able to kind of really encapsulate how they achieve such incredible shots and how you guys can learn from that. So coaching videos, which have been...
I think the other thing, I know I'm talking a lot here, it's going to be a long video. I think the other thing that like also maybe worries me gently is like all of the things he's talking about right now, I would be like so much less red flagged by like 5 years ago when access was so much less. But because like a lot of these LIV players have gone on other YouTube channels many times, a lot of them have their own YouTube channels. LIV has its own YouTube channel. Like, and even just players in general now with social media and YouTube golf and the way they've been exposed, like access is not hard to come by anymore for the viewer, at least. Like I can watch pretty much anyone on a YouTube golf video I want right now. There's a couple golden gooses, like no one's done 18 holes with Rory, no one's done 18 holes with Scotty, no one's done 18 holes with Tiger, but for the most part almost everyone else has. And you know, it's just like, it's tough. Like this would be so cool if it didn't feel like all these players were already out there in this type of way. So I think that's the only thing. It's not even a Rick fault problem. It's like he's stepping into an environment where these players have already been so marketed and had so much content created around them, especially because LIV has like dove into the content thing so much that it's like there's like not really anything like left that's like different, you know, potentially. I don't know. I'm really excited for that Brooks Koepka match, I'll tell you that.
Lifeline of the channel for 13 years. They're not going anywhere. And again, this year they're going to be bigger and better than ever before. Number 6, the podcast is coming back. It is. It's not going anywhere. I love doing the podcast, sitting down with incredible guests, talking about life, golf, what they want to achieve, what they have achieved. We're going to be sitting down with the pros that we've been filming with and doing really just relaxed but very informative podcasts. I feel like we get the best out of these guests where we kind of just be able to sit down and just talk about golf and what we like and what we don't like and really informal chats. And
wow, look at that.
So we're going to be doing lots of guest podcasts this year. We'll also be including celebrities and sports stars and just really incredible people, incredible guests that are going to be attending the LIV golf events. We'll get them on the podcast as well. And we're going to be looking at bringing out another podcast as well, where me and Guy sit down and just talk about what's happening in the world of golf. That's not going to change. And what I've been up to on my travels and just general chit-chat. It's going to be the Clubhouse episode, which is going to be out every single week as well. So the podcast is going nowhere. And believe me, again, it's going to be better than previous years. Moving in to point number 7. Now, as much as me signing with LIV as an ambassador and content creator is exciting, it really is. And it's going to unlock so much incredible content that we've never been able to film before, which is going to make this channel bigger than ever. What I also want to reassure you with is that nothing also is going to change. Still me, chopping it around, sometimes playing well, sometimes playing bad. It's going to be familiar faces. Like, I'm still going to create content with your favourite guests that you've had on the channel in the past. We're still going to be doing the Hit channel. Like, I love equipment reviews. The Hit channel is going nowhere, and we're still going to be creating really solid club reviews on the Hit channel. Although I might be filming in different locations, incredible locations around the world. It's still me, still making content for you guys. And I want to take this opportunity to thank you. I've been making content on the channel now for 13 years. Wild. And I am more excited about this year and the future years than I ever have before. But if it wasn't for you guys, if it wasn't you guys subscribing, liking, commenting, loving the content, we won't be able to get these outrageous opportunities. So thank you. I promise I will deliver the best content you've ever seen in 2025, filming with incredible golfers.
The one thing I will say, not that Rick's production level hasn't been A+ before, but like I would assume that like the partnership with LIV, the potential money that's come from it, the production level is probably going to be out of this world for all this content. So like that's a huge positive for sure. And I feel bad because I feel like I've been like more critical than not of this, but like that's kind of my job, you know, is to like talk about things and point out all the different things that I think you guys are going to be pointing out yourselves, and do it from like, again, my like more YouTube-y brain, kind of try to explain stuff. But that's why I caveated this whole thing at the beginning with, again, and I'll say it for the third time, I'll probably say it again at the end of the video, none of this to me is a judgment of Rick. I don't think it was a bad, so far, I don't think it was a bad decision for his life and his future. Do I think it was the best decision for his channel? I'm still kind of on the fence with that. I think we'll have to see how the content plays out this year. I'm nervous for sure that like the content's just going to maybe feel a little forced and repetitive at times, but it's like almost like taking the good with the bad. Like there's definitely going to be like A+ unbelievable content that like, I don't know if I believe fully that he couldn't have gotten without this partnership, but like we'll take his word for it that he couldn't have gotten without this partnership. A+ content that's just going to be incredible. There's going to be a ton of that. There is going to be a ton of that. It's about the content that, like, you know, again, when he does the 4-man scramble match with a team of people nobody cares about and has to put that video out, if that's the case, like, that is what I'm worried about. But it's not like it's the end of the world. People will watch it. Like, take everything I say with a grain of salt again, because my brain is so hardwired to, like, working with creators. I've been doing this consulting thing now for almost a year. Like working with creators, some of the biggest creators in the space, and like helping them to like only try to put out the best videos possible. So again, my brain is like wired to be like, that's a bad video, it's not gonna be good. But like I also work with a lot of creators that like their goal isn't to make the best videos possible, and they just want to like have good videos that their audience enjoys, that allows them to, you know, do this as a full-time living and like make good videos for sure, but like they don't all have to be like stratospheric, break the internet type videos. So I think it's just also weird for me because like to me, Rick is still that like I want to only put out 1 of 10s type video guy, which I kind of thought he was like moving into this year. And this just feels like maybe he's going to be like gently handcuffed a little bit. But again, I think that's like, I don't know. I want to give him the benefit of the doubt for sure.
Incredible venues with even better content than we filmed in the past. Now, just to give you a heads up, the next video you're going to see on this channel is me versus, you ready for this? Me versus John Rahm and Brooks Koepka.
Oh.
Talk about kicking things off with a bang. Having John Rahm and Brooks Koepka in the first video.
See, that's what I'm saying, man, is like I'm gonna insta click on that video. Like there's so many videos that are gonna come out of this that are gonna be incredible, and this is one of them.
I mean, majors wins galore. Brooks Koepka's probably won the most majors in the last 10 years. We've got him on the channel, and that's just the first. It's just a little teaser.
Brooks guy.
He'll be on the channel much more throughout the year as well. And honestly, filming with John Rahm and Brooks Koepka was just outstanding. Like both their games are phenomenal. Like I'm not going to give too much away, but the way John started in the video was outrageous. And Brooks, he was so good with his time. Like we really genuinely sat down in a buggy and we're just talking forever. And I was like, it's like proper pinch me moment. It's like this is unreal. And honestly, the way he was talking, the way he was kind of sharing things was so insightful, and you guys get to see that. And yes, I do ask him about the nightclub incident in St Andrews, which you Clubhouse hardcore fans will know everything about. So that's coming very, very soon. The next video is coming out on the channel. And also, to celebrate this incredible partnership, and to thank again you guys, we're going to be giving away 5 VIP tickets to any event of your choice. So you might want to go, you know what? If I win the tickets, I'm going to take 4 buddies, and we're going to go have a day out at Miami, or JCB down the road here, or Spain in Valderrama, or why not go to Adelaide? Get 5 VIP tickets. All you need to do, leave a comment down below, and we'll pick a winner in the next couple of weeks, and be sure to subscribe to the channel as well. Honestly, the content that is going to be released on this channel this year is going to be the best ever. So again, this is exciting. Signing with LIV Golf as an ambassador and content creator is going to be, honestly, outrageous content access that has never been achieved before. And I'm going to take you guys on the journey with me. And like we said in the teaser video, you're not going to want to miss a single second of this. Thank you, and stay tuned, because this year and the next years are going to be absolutely huge.
It's the most nervous I've been in 2 weeks playing golf.
Okay. Listen, I want to take his word that a lot of this content wouldn't be able to happen otherwise. And he is sticking to his promise right now with, like, this is incredible content coming. This video is going to be an Insta click. It's going to be incredible. There are 2 huge golfers that maybe without the LIV help, he couldn't get at the same time in the same place. And again, like, LIV maybe has, I would assume, some, like, media allowances with these guys that they are giving to Rick. And maybe that's what he means, right? Like, there's a reason why Grant can't get 18 holes with Rory or Tiger or whatever. Is because, like, TaylorMade only has them for 8 hours on that one day, and they're not going to give 4 of those hours to Grant Horvath. Like, they need to get their own marketing content. Maybe LIV has, like, 50 hours a year with these guys as part of their contract, so they can afford to give Rick 4 hours to film an 18-hole match with, like, all their players that otherwise they wouldn't be able to. So, yeah, I do believe that I think there is going to be a lot of content that is going to have great access. So, listen, I think ultimately there's no fault I placed on Rick. I don't think this was a bad decision, especially because, like, I mean, I'm telling you, I'll be straight up honest with you guys. I'll look you dead in the face and tell you that if LIV Golf came to me tomorrow and said, Nate Edwardson, we're going to give you even, like, I probably need more than that, $10 million. It sounds egregious based off how much money I actually make on this channel. We're going to give you $10 million, and you're going to start talking about every single LIV Golf event and be a LIV Golf ambassador and do recaps of every event and do interviews with all the players. I would say, where do I sign? Where do I sign? Where do I sign on this dotted line? I'm the LIV Golf guy. LIV Golf forever. That's what I would say. Not saying that's what Rick Shiels did, but I'm just telling you, as someone in, like, a similar-ish industry with a channel making content, if I was approached and offered 10 million buckaroos to do this, and again, I don't know how much Rick has actually offered, I would do it in a heartbeat. If I was offered, like, $1 million, I know it's sounding crazy, I probably wouldn't, but, like, if it was, like, enough money that, like, I could go buy a house, I could theoretically never have to work again, I could put my kids into private school and then pay for the university, and then their kids have money, where do I sign? Where do I sign? Where on this line do I sign? I would sign in 4 seconds. So, I would do exactly what I'm trying to say is, like, I think I would have done exactly what Rick did if that is the case. But the good thing is that I do really think Rick is going to get really good content out of this. So, again, I'm just skeptical of the, like, what's the not good content going to look like. But what's the comment? It's going to make for some great new content pinned by Rick Shiels. This will only prove that YouTube golf channels are more entertaining than LIV. Okay. Who could have seen a Rick villain arc coming? I don't know if I'd call it a villain arc. What I loved about your channel is how real it was, and how about the average golfer struggles, interpreted how it feels. It's for you versus the course. Hey, you do you. I'm sure you collected a nice paycheck. It's great. I can't fault anyone for the journey anymore. Let the censorship begin. I don't know. Congrats, Rick. Please. Yeah, so these are all pretty positive, I think. Brooks, can't kick you out of the party now. Yeah, I mean, I think this is all, I think his audience is probably mixed. I think that's part of the reason why I make these videos is, like, because a lot of people have initial opinions, but, like, again, they're not in the creative sphere, so they might not fully understand the scope of everything. But listen, what's that thing the kids say? I stay on this. I don't think it's bad. Do I think it needed all this? Maybe not. it's kind of like a glorified brand deal. But it's still cool. It's still cool. It's very cool. And I think good videos will come from it. So, anyways, that was 40 minutes of me talking about it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Have a great day. Comment your thoughts down below. And Rick, if you're seeing this, buddy, congrats. Like, this is cool. This is like, again, like I said at the very beginning, this is what YouTubers sort of dream of, is like some sort of, I don't know the back end for Rick. I'm hoping it's extremely lucrative, in which case this is what YouTubers dream of. This is what we want. This is like some sort of something that can carry us beyond, just our channel. So, anyways, have a great day, guys. Goodbye.